Hey, what is up? This is Danshu from iwellmits.co.in. Let's today we begin our next session of our web development course CSS. Very important part because the CSS provide our website good looking and some design. So we today start CSS cascading style sheet. Okay, so we discuss about introduction in this video of CSS. Now just dive into the code and learn how we make CSS files, different type of CSS and how it is parameterized and some different type of structure of CSS. Let's start. This is Visual Studio Code, my personal favorite text editor, and I recommend all of you please use this. Okay, so let's start. This is our index.html file. So we first talk about inline CSS, then internal CSS, then we talk about external CSS. Okay, so write our code from here. Okay, let's start. This is a emit extension, or called with the help of emit we directly use the HTML DOM with the help of shift +1, which is a koshak, provide koshak sign, and then we enter tab. Here we can write CSS fun. Okay, just a title or sort of name. Okay, with if you're using CSS, you should aware about the what is DOM. DOM is a tree-like structure, and we previously discussed this is about what are the DOMs and how it is structured. If not, please go inside that video and learn about the DOMs. Okay, that is inside the playlist, and I will provide the link of that video inside the description. Okay, so first if we want to make some code, so we firstly go to inside a body. Basically we code inside body part. Okay, normal general. So we talk about here only body part just for introduction. Okay, so inside body we make just a heading called h1. Hello, it's fun with CSS. Okay, just save this, and without CSS first we run. After the CSS we run it again, then you can see the changes. Okay, so open with live server. Just takes sort of time, just a minute. Okay, this is simple raw text, nothing fancy stuff there. Okay, now we make it some fancy. Okay, so for that first we talk about inline CSS, which written only inside a particular line by line, in which means a particular its area of impact is particular area. So it is has higher priority, highest priority. Then after it is internal CSS priority, then lowest priority of external CSS. So first we talk about more priority CSS, which is inline CSS. Okay, so talk about it. So here I can write style. Okay, so inside the style I can write here color. So color will be like, I can say red will be fine, then semicolon. Okay, then run it again, or we just say it automatically reload the help of live server, and here you can see our text color is changed. Okay, this is work of internal or we can say inline CSS. Okay, this is with the help of inline CSS. We can make change color with the help of internal CSS and external CSS as well, but for the just for the explanation, or we can say just for the example, I use here inline CSS. Yes, inline CSS, and sometimes I confuse between internal and inline CSS, so don't make confuse. Inline, which means a particular for a tag, just for only a tag, which has highest priority. With the help of internal and external CSS, we can make a particular only for a tag CSS. Then we talk about in future or after the video or in same video. Okay, this is for internal CSS. Now we can see what is internal CSS. This is inline, and now we can see what is internal CSS. So then don't make confuse between inline and internal. Now we talk about internal CSS. It is a chance to write 99.99% chance, or you have should always write to your internal CSS inside head tag, because it first the load CSS, then it goes to the body part or render the DOM. So here you can write after the title tag, here you use the style tag. For the CSS we use style tag. Okay, fine. For this time there is no ID or class. We will talk about ID and class, how impact on their inside the CSS we talk about later. For just for now time, it's just a simple, we use call a tag called body. We just call the body tag here inside CSS. So here I use a property called background color. Background color. Okay, background color called, say I can write cyan because it's not so dark, not so bright. It is a intermediate color of both, and it is more visible. Okay, so I called a tag called body, and I use a property of CSS called background color, which means it changes the background color for all the page. Okay, all the body. Cool. Just save it, and we again goes inside our page. Here you can see it. Just a second, it reload and it changes the color of whole body. Cool. If I make some more CSS here, I can write some like a p tag, and here lorem. So lorem called 200. Okay. Okay. No one. Lorem 200. Okay. Just that. Fine. Okay. It automatically generate 200 words, random 200 words with the help of Emmet. Okay. Now this paragraph just a simple text. Now for a time, just I give you example here. Okay, just a second, it reloads and show text. Okay, this is normal text. So here I can change some its font size. Okay, it's very tiny, so I can change to its writing with the help of inline CSS. Can write style font size. I can say font size called 20 pixels. We have talked about pixels on all the things about in the future videos. Okay, okay, fine. Now dash it is work or not. I am not. Okay, it worked and it increased its size. Okay, fine. It is about the inline and internal CSS. Hope you're clear about this. Now we move to external CSS. So I will repeat all the things in just a minute. First we repeat all the things and we move again to external CSS. Till now we have learned about inline CSS here and here. This is target only particular tag, and it is the highest priority. And then we use internal CSS, which is less prior than inline and more prior than external. So for the internal CSS we make inside a head tag, or if we tag a particular target a particular tag, so I directly write here body. If there is no ID and class, we talk about ID and class, how impact on CSS in future videos. So for just of now time, just learn about this body target, this one. Okay, this target this body tag. Okay, fine, done. Hope you understand from here. Okay, then we move to external CSS. So I just make a file called style.css for the .css extension for the CSS file. Fine, pretty cool, pretty simple. Then we here use a tag called link for linking our external CSS to our HTML. Very simple, very clean, not so big deal. here I can say rail, okay, or I can say here I use a link tag for. So now we talk about the external CSS. Okay, for the external CSS I make some content, or we may first make some words or something phrases text, but then we move to external CSS. Okay, so I use here h2 tag called id as. So here is the use of id. Listen, id must be unique and class name can be same. Understand? Hope you understand. So I can call it like hello, just a simple id hello. ID must be unique and class name can be same. Fine? Understand? Okay. So I apply hello. What is up? What is up? Okay. Fine. So we step by step move to ID to class and how it is differ. Okay. First, just for simple example, we talk about ID in CSS with the help of external CSS. Fine. Pretty cool. So I make a file here called style.css. .css is the extension of CSS file. Okay. Then for the targeting ID, I use it called has hello. Okay. Just target that particular ID, and I choose a color here, color or text color we can say. So for the simple sake, I can use color, and for the color I use here is, so I had to use this orange. Same. Now a main part, how both files are linked. How can we connect both files? HTML and CSS file how can be connected? Because we use the different file from here and to another file, so there must be a linker between them, a bridging. So I use a tag called a link tag. Okay, link called rel is equal to style, and href hyperlink is equal to our CSS name and path, relative path to our CSS file. Fine. Okay, style.css, and type is equal to text/css, which means a text of the CSS type. Fine. It is important. Now this is import our external CSS from another file. So now we can run this. So here you can see this is inside orange color. Okay, this is not visible so much, so I change the color to what I can say use here is light gray. Gray is also fine. Some darkish color. Okay, so a dark, not so visible. By the way, this is it's target our CSS part. Okay, fine, good. So this is our ID target. We target our ID with the help of external CSS. So how can we make the class if we have different type of tag but has same CSS property? How can we manipulate? So we have like different type of IDs? No. With that time we use class, concept of class. Okay. So here I use called p tag. So p tag. Okay. Inside p tag I use class tag for the class, parameter called para for the paragraph or some, and we random generate lorem 50 words. Okay, and another paragraph, or say here I use a head tag for different type. Better you can understand it is applied on different type of tag also. So I use here h5 tag and class called para. Okay, so I use head and lorem 100. Fine, 100 is fine. Okay, so now I move to our, just save this, and I now move to our external CSS. For the targeting a class, I use a dot. We use and we call the class from the dot, and our class name is para. So, and color we can use here is color is like a blue. Okay, fine. And I just here you can see this is a paragraph text and this h5 text. Okay, and I didn't make the same CSS for again and again. I just make a target using with the help of class. I just target that particular text with the same classes. This is all about the introduction of CSS, how CSS work, and different type of CSS and their priorities. Hope you understand. If you understand, please like, share, and subscribe to the video. And this is Danshu from highwebmates.co.in, and see you in the next video with your loving and smiling faces. Till then, bye bye, take care, and goodbye.